We are
And
here.
it says we're live. Good afternoon and welcome to the Cruise Amigos. I'm Amigo Chillie from somewhere in the middle of the ocean on the Norwegian Joy. And that would be Amigo Nanook of the North John up there in Crookston, Minnesota, where he's been out planting sugar beets all morning.
Nope.
He goes down the aisle and he pokes his finger in, and then Ronnie comes along behind him and drops the seed in the hole. So John has one dirty finger and dirty fingernail because he's been just poking his holes all over Minnesota this morning. Is that correct, Amigo John?
Absolutely. Except it hasn't been sugar beets that we've been planting.
Yeah, what are you planting now? This is sugar beet year, isn't it? No.
Oh, you mean I don't know. I don't know what's going to be around the farm this year. I should know that. You asked me that already, and I don't have the answer for it. I don't know what's going to be on my half section here.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Do you remember what you planted last year?
No. See, that would help. But it was a long, long time ago, and a planet far, far away. I just don't remember.
I think this is sugar beet year.
Okay. I don't.
I want to say it was 3 years ago when the truck broke down. One of the tractor trailers broke down transporting a tractor trailer load of sugar beets to the gas chambers or wherever the hell they go.
The gas chamber. That's funny in and of itself, man. That's funny.
Hot Air Tom is with us.
Hey, Mr. Tom.
Hot Air Tom. I was just telling John about your luck with having a Wi-Fi signal from Mars.
And that was very good.
Hot Air was fussing that I am getting into Richmond at midnight and he can't meet me for lunch. I said, yeah, so we can't do that one this time. Yeah. However, I have to make a decision, quite frankly, when I get home, which I have not made the decision. I haven't even had time to think about it on this cruise. But, it's only, 2 weeks until I go to Bayonne, New Jersey, which might be another little shuttle hop flight from Richmond to Bayonne rather than be dealing with Washington, Baltimore, and Philadelphia traffic.
Okay.
So I might.
We just got a message from what's his name? The Trace Amigo.
And what does he say?
Trying and getting there ASAP just at muster.
Oh, he's on a cruise then. Okay. So he's on a cruise and had to do the muster drill.
I'm guessing, yep.
Oh yeah, it finally just popped in on mine too.
Amazing. It's just amazing. The technology
we have. What about
the
train to Newark? Ooh, how close is the train station to the cruise terminal?
In Newark, New Jersey? Well, Newark
I'll have to look into that.
Newark is across the river from
It's
Manhattan.
Across the bridge from Manhattan, yeah.
And the cruise terminal. Are you coming into the New York cruise terminal?
No, I'm coming into the Bayonne, New Jersey terminal.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's just think this through. We're going to figure this out.
That's where Royal Caribbean sails out of.
Okay, Google.
Hi, Nikki.
And how do you spell Bayonne? That's a funny name.
Bayonne. And New Jersey is spelled New.
Okay, you're coming into Bayonne. There, I can see the port that you're coming in from. Okay, well, that's just...
Chillie and I are to take the train for our epic adventure in 2025. Yeah, but that's
Okay.
going all the way into New York.
Yeah,
I'll have to see about Bayonne is very close.
But here, I got it here for you already. Here, hang on, see? Share. Waiting for it to come up. Okay, here's New York. Here's the south end of New York. JFK is over here. And this is where you are. You're just south of the Statue of Liberty a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Statue of Liberty.
But what I don't know is how close that is to a train.
Well, but the main train...
The train stops at Newark prior to Manhattan. Okay.
Amtrak?
Oh, yeah, that's the only way I
why
can
don't you
go.
just... okay, but look here. So we're going to do directions to Amtrak in... Amtrak Broadway in New York, right? The Moynihan train station. Here we go. Okay, so
No, that's the one in New York City.
Well, yeah, that's what. Well, that's the one where you can get on all the trains in all the directions.
Yeah. You know, Bayonne's before it gets to New York City, John.
No.
So
Bayonne
from
is the
Virginia,
cruise
I
port,
would
right
take
here.
the train to. Yes, but the train also stops there. My question
where
is,
does it stop?
How close is the Bayonne train station to the cruise port?
Got it. So there's Amtrak in Newark, for instance?
Yes. That's what Hot Air Tom just said.
Yeah. Okay. Amtrak Newark Station. All right. Hang on. Oh, yeah, but...
No, not Newark, Bayonne.
Yeah, I don't know what it did here. It didn't give me... There's Bayonne. Okay, and we want directions to Newark Amtrak.
Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Did I say hi to Dennis? Hi, Dennis. If I didn't.
God, it always wants to run us down all the way south of Wilmington. What's Newark, New Jersey?
The train stops in Newark
Amtrak.
prior to Manhattan.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'd have to take
there it is.
Take an Uber from Newark.
It's 9 miles.
Oh, well, that can't be that expensive.
No. It's 20 minutes by car. It's 9 miles, and it's just you get off the boat here. You go up to land. You go across the Hudson Bay River, and then it's a freeway. This is all freeway here. This is Freeway 78.
Okay, that's cool. Amtrak station, Newark to Port Liberty, Bayonne, New Jersey. That's correct. Well, I'll have to see what that's going to cost me from Lynchburg. If I could do that from Lynchburg,
you can do that from Lynchburg.
I'm pretty sure that I can. That will save. Well, I have to see what it costs because Amtrak raised their prices, but still.
But you don't have to go to the airport, and you don't have to get pushed through JFK, and you don't have to wait in those lines.
Well, no, I'm not going to get pushed anymore. I'll take my chair and do my own pushing.
Okay. All right.
Nikki says when we got to Bayonne on a Sunday, we had a heck of a time getting a cab for the port, a short hop away. Okay. I think I saw on Saturday, the 23rd. Anybody got a calendar in front of them? I don't.
I do. Which month?
23rd. This month.
May 23rd is a Tuesday.
The 23rd is a Tuesday?
May 2021. Tuesday is May 23rd. Yes.
All right. Hey, Mike. Good to see you again. Amtrak is having a Mother's Day sale. Where it flipped on me. Buy one. Okay, Mother's Day sale. I'll tell them I'm a mother.
I think it's
Sonny
for anybody.
says, John,
it's
how are you feeling?
Well, do we want
to
get into that? Do we want to talk about that?
Well, everybody knew that you went in for they stuck you in a tube or something.
No. I haven't been in any tubes yet. But I went in for a throat scoping, and as part of the warm-up to that, they do an EKG. And I've had lots of EKGs in my life. The last series was 2 years ago when I had my stomach surgery, and everything was fine. All of a sudden, the girl is like just not responding to me. She's going, there must be something wrong with these leads or something. And so she's doing this and that and something else. Then she goes and gets the doctor, and the doctor's going, well, change out the leads and let's see what happens. And they do that. Finally, they get the cardiologist, and then they go from a 5-lead EKG to a 12-lead EKG. That's the one where it's your wrists and your ankles and the whole out perimeter of your body to get these heart readings. And finally, a long time, and I know something's up because, they're just not good at pretending everything's okay, but yet nothing's happening. So it turns out, the short story is after they came in and had a meeting with Ronnie and myself, the bottom part of my heart, that's the big part that beats and throws the blood out. The top of your heart is what fills the bottom. It's like a two thing. The top one squeezes into your bottom. The bottom one pushes out to your body. The bottom part of my heart, the big strong part, beating at 50 to 60 beats a minute. Everything is wonderful. The top part of my heart is beating at that day was beating at 329 beats per minute.
And that's what made your hair fall out.
Yeah.
No.
I wish that was the only thing. This is a real unsafe kind of condition. And to fix it, the first step in fixing it is they, just like on TV when there's a heart attack and they go, clear, and they do the paddles. Well, that's the first thing they're going to try and do. But they can't do that safely until I've been on statins and blood thinners for 30 days. So we're just in that now. We're a week in. So on the 7th of June, I'm going to go in for what's called a conversion, something. It's where they just use the paddles and go clear and boom. And hopefully I will be out. I won't not know what's going on. I would like to get a picture and see if I jump off the table, like those people do on the floor,
Yeah, like boom.
Yeah. But anyway.
That might be cool.
Yeah. But anyway,
then
that might
your
work.
hair's going to fall out.
Then my hair will fall. That might work. That might not work. If it does work, it's probably cardioversion. Thank you, Mike. If it does work, it's not probably permanent, but it could be some years that it holds. But you probably have to do that again. I have friends that have had it done 3 times over some years. But if that doesn't work, then they have to do what's called an ablation. It starts with an A, ablation. That's where they go in with wires and put them around your heart. And what's happening is the signal to tell the top to beat is coming through a nerve. It's supposed to be 2 nerves, one on each side. And the bottom one beats, which tells the top one to put in another load because we're going to fire again. And there's 1 lead on each side of the heart that goes up to do that. Well, somehow in the last 2 years, because 2 years ago mine was clean, there are other nerves that have grown on those paths. And because there's multiple nerves to each top pumper, and they are different lengths. So when the bottom sends out the signal to beat, imagine it's many, like a pinball or a cue ball on a billiard table, and it sends out 10 things. Well, some of the balls take this route, and some of them take this route. And so they're all getting to the top of my heart at a different time, which is causing literally a 5-fold increase in the number of beats per minute. And so they can burn them off, and that really kind of solves the problem. But of course, all of these things have some risks. And just never expected. My heart's been strong up to now.
Now, Honorable Dr. Lee from Hong Kong.
Yeah, Dr. Lee
tells me that. Honorable Dr. Lee from Hong Kong tells me that you need to just smoke some of that pot you grow.
No. At this particular time, I'm not doing anything. I already don't drink. I don't do cigarettes. I don't do any other kinds of drugs. I don't do these things. And it's really important that I stay not doing anything. We just don't want to put the heart under any stress, like walking, climbing ladders, everything. We're just holding now while this blood thinner and statin has the time to function for 30 days and then get the procedure. So.
Okay. So until this 30-day period is up and you get spanked in the butt with paddles or wherever they're going to put those paddles.
I don't know where you think my heart is, but I'll
do the drinking and the drugs for both of us.
I thought you were going to join me in sympathy and not drinking.
You're cruise director making noise. This is probably going to be loud. Emily's with us now. Hi, Emily.
Hey, thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's just that's really Mike put their steady as you go, and that's really what it is. We just want to. I am losing weight. I'm eating a significant amount less. I'm down 7 pounds since I was at the doctor's because I'm not eating supper, for instance. I just don't eat supper. So.
Well, that's not good, is it? I mean,
thank you, Katie. Every big meal, puts stress on your organs to process. So the less I eat, still getting enough protein. Number one is protein. And then number two is vegetable material. And then, of course, you always get a few carbohydrates. So my big decision, Chillie, is I got to book the cruise you and I are taking to Alaska on the 1st of June. Or not book the cruise on the 1st of June. But my process is on the 7th of June.
Okay.
So do I pay it all up and can't go? Or go? Or do I cancel it and then could have gone?
That's probably a good question for Nate. Nate might be able to get some dispensation, change the date for you or something like that.
Well, but ships are pretty, the drop dead date to pay is usually, that's a pretty fixed. A lot of people in the travel, as I've been in the travel business, a lot of people lose their deposits because they were one day past the last day to make full payment.
Yeah, I know.
That's a pretty fixed date. So, but in the bigger picture, this is not the end of the world. So I'm not, that's, there's two things that could happen. I could not do it and then wait and watch. And when a deal comes along for the ship, just grab one. That's one of the choices. There's just a lot of choices. Okay. Mike is saying cancel. You've got enough to think about. Thank you for that input, Mike. So at the same time,
that would be an extreme bummer, but we do want to keep you healthy, John.
Well, and this is the cat's patooties, I mean, I really, I haven't been out of town since a year ago, November, when I did the transatlantic because of the opening of the store and everything like that. And I was really looking forward to this
we have Amigo
here.
Martin trying to get in the house.
Look at that. We got half of him.
Gracious.
Can we get the other half?
Yes.
Turn your camera
a little
bit.
Can you hear us, Martin?
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes. We can hear you. I'm not sure you're coordinated with the video because we're only getting half of your. The edge of the screen goes right down your nose. All right, where are you, amigo Martin? I can
And
tell
just
you're
that,
on a boat.
just that fast, he left us.
All right, that was amigo Martin for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So, I don't know, what did you do? Turn the camera off?
Tom says, looks like
Says,
Newark has 2 stations, but Penn Station is not in Newark, Tom. That's in New York City.
yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, Sonny, thank you. He put in his cameo appearance. That's funny. His camera cameo. His cameo camera appearance. That's funny. That's funny.
Hunter Thompson, something up here that I missed.
Okay.
I guess Chillie can't get to Richmond from Lynchburg directly. On the train, you mean? No, my train from Lynchburg goes to Washington. Would you prefer to drive to Richmond to meet or take the train to D.C. and Oh, hell no. Let's not coordinate in D.C. I'll drive to Richmond. Hi there, Tom.
Oh,
and
hell
you
no.
and I can take the train from there.
Oh, hell no. I love it. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, coordinating in D.C., the train station in D.C. I spent, I don't remember how many hours there. That's not,
Serious, Denzi. There's a Newark Penn Station. That's bizarre. I think that's bad marketing. That's bad marketing. I got to go see that.
Newark Penn Station. Wow, I didn't know that, Dennis.
I didn't either. That's why I'm.
Newark Penn Station is the Amtrak station there. Okay. So what Otter is saying is that there's 2 stations. Oh, here's amigo Martin trying to come back for a second cameo appearance. Let's see if he has a camera on. Yes.
Hello, this is Lyndon calling. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Well,
actually, that's a much better picture.
It looks a lot better, doesn't it? It's very sun. Well, it's not sunny. It's quite cloudy, but it looks great. This is London Tilbury, where I am at the moment.
And
nice.
What ship are you on?
I am on the smallest ship, as in ship, not a river ship, but the smallest ship I've ever been on.
600 cabins. How many cabins? We lost him.
Can you still hear me?
There he goes again.
I'm back.
The second cameo appearance is now over, folks.
This is third cameo.
Emily
now.
says, what's the problem with the DC station? It's crowded. It's big. There's nothing close to what you want to find. It's just confusing.
Well, I think the reason I keep losing.
What did you say, Martin?
I think the reason we keep losing connection is because Seabourn Venture is going to be getting the Starlink internet as of tomorrow. So maybe they're working on that. Maybe that's the issue.
So what are you on? What boat are you riding there, Martin? Which one did you confiscate?
Which one did it confiscate? The Seabourn Venture.
All right. Ultra luxury.
Purpose-built. Yeah, purpose-built expedition ship. First one for the company. Has 234 passengers. You heard me, 234.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's 565 feet long. Matter of fact, you could put 2 of those in one Norwegian Epic. It's half as long as the Norwegian Epic. Yep.
I may have to stay here.
It's called the PC-6 Polar class. Polar because it can handle some ice.
Are you going someplace with ice this cruise, Martin?
Say that again, Chillie. I didn't hear you then. I'm back.
I asked Martin a question and he goes away. Up,
Go on,
he's
what did
back.
you ask? What did you ask?
Are you going someplace with ice? Since this is a polar ship.
Well, do you know what, Chillie? I wished I was going to Antarctica or the Arctic, but unfortunately, we're sailing 16 miles upriver from the beautiful port of Tilbury, which is on the River Thames, all the way up the Thames to Greenwich.
All right.
Okay.
It, it's just a one night.
I've never been on a seaborne ship.
Chillie, do you know what? I'm looking around and thinking it's so small, but I'll tell you what, the food is amazing. The adult beverages are flowing very well because it's all inclusive. So you don't have to pay for a drink. What do you mean, John? I've not had a drink yet. Well,
No,
I
I
have
meant
had
the
one or
other
two
the
drinks.
other people on the ship. Those other
Oh
people.
no, we haven't. We have. We've had a
Well,
drink. As you do.
you haven't had a dollop of gin yet, amigo Martin?
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't. I'm on gin number 3.
That's better.
Martin is
Okay,
the ship is facing west on the very south end of the United Kingdom at the end of Ferry Road. If you take the St. Andrews Road down to Ferry Road and take it all the way to the end, that's where Martin is just on right now. I'm looking at your ship from a satellite.
I'll give you. Let's just see. Can we spin the camera around? Hang on a second. We're setting. Let's see if we give you right. This is the beautiful port of Tilbury. Now Tilbury Ambassador Cruise Line sail from here. Let's just see. There we go. So this is actually. I'll take you around actually if it connects because the terminal is absolutely amazing. It's a very Elizabethan terminal. And it was where the Windrush passengers all came to London, if everybody knows about the Windrush passengers coming from the Caribbean. But yeah, let's have a little look. Let's see if we go up here. Have a little look. Oh, here we go. There we go. So, I mean, look at that for a terminal. That is London International Cruise Terminal in Tilbury, and it's very Elizabethan.
Martin, we're having trouble hearing you.
I wonder if, hang on, because it's quiet. Let's see. Right, can you hear me any better now?
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was 800% better.
Right, okay, let's see if I might be able to hear you. Let me take out my earphones. Right, so the terminal over there was where, that's just over there, as you can see, that was where the Windrush passengers came from the Caribbean to the UK.
Okay.
Is one of the bars and lounges. Little deck area outside, lots of seats. Let's go in. Let's get a bit of branding in so Seaborne, if they see us, someone, the cruise amigos, to come on a cruise. So this is, let's have a little look. I'm going to try and make you a little bit bigger. Right, so I can see what's going on. Right, let's just see. Settings off. Right. So this is one of the lounges where you can get coffee, you can get milkshakes, sandwiches. You can also get salads. They even have a mobile order pickup point, so you can order it on the app and come down and pick it up. So that's one of the freshly brewed coffee. They actually grind their own. Here, like brilliant. Oh, we're back again. We're back. Maybe the internet's going to keep us going. So this is just taking us into the atrium area. Now, there's only 9 decks on the ship, so it's a very small ship. What are we on now? We're on 6. Let's go down to 5. We'll go to the colonnade, which is one of the restaurants. I just want to sort of give you now. Say again, Chillie.
Can you hear me enough for me to ask you a question? Can you hear me enough for me to ask you a question? I guess not.
Let me just go outside a second, and I might be able to. I might get a better signal out. This is the main buffet area. Obviously closed for dinner at the moment. But we had amazing lunch here today. I've got some pictures that people see. Very fresh lunch. Let me just nip outside for a moment and see if we get a better. You said you want to ask a question, Chillie. Go on, go for it.
Okay. NCL is saying that due to customs laws, alcohol is not allowed to be served in Southampton until the ship departs UK territorial waters. When did this change happen?
Whoa. When did that come about?
It's because of
Say that again?
taxation. It's about
going to be. I'll have to
collecting
look,
tax.
investigate that. That's going to be interesting because let me just spin it around a second. Settings, camera. So has this just come out today then, guys? Is this something you've just heard of today?
Hot Air Tom asked me because he's getting ready to fly over there. He gets there June 1st. Can Hot Air Tom get a meet and greet with Martin? What are you doing June 1st, Martin?
Well, I'm sure I could sort something out. Is he flying into London? I could do with it. I'll nip down to London. It's only 3 hours from Manchester. It's not far at all.
He'll be in Heathrow 11:30 a.m.
Heathrow at 11:30.
But what time? Dead on 11:30. Meet and greet. What was I going to say? No, it's not something I've heard about NCL not selling drinks until he depart port. That's going to be an interesting one because let's be honest, when you get on board the ship, what's the first thing everybody does?
You go for a drink.
So how's that going to work?
I don't know.
It's about the fact that if they're serving drinks in the territorial waters, they have to collect sales tax or value-added tax on the drink.
Right. What it may be then, which is I've seen in some Spanish destinations, what they sometimes do is they will charge the tax when you have the drinks in the port or until you get 12 miles out. Once you hit the 12 miles, then you won't pay any taxes. So maybe that's what they mean. I haven't seen anything come through into my emails today or in the last few days about anything from NCL. So that's an interesting one. I'll have to find out something about that. Bear with me. I will come back next. Hang on. When's he come? What day are we today? Yeah, we should be okay. We'll get an answer for next week.
Yeah.
I'll do some digging with NCL and find out what that means.
And the NCL over here does the same thing out of New Orleans. If you're in the Mississippi River, going from New Orleans to the Gulf, you have to pay tax on the drinks. Once you get to international waters, they don't charge you tax on the drinks.
It could be something very similar then. That might be the reason. So
it might also be something that just NCL does.
I wonder if they've just sent that to American guests because over here we would be used to paying the tax anyway. So the price we pay includes the tax. I wonder if that's what it is.
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
Well, that's something you can look into over there.
Yeah, well, I'll look into that. No problems at all and find out. I'm trying to find some areas that I want to take you to because this ship is like amazing. Can I get? No, I can't get up that one. I'm getting lost. Hang on. I'm getting lost on a ship that has 234 passengers. I want to take you to the front because the front is amazing. Give you imagine.
There's a ship docked right off of your front. A little tiny tender ship that's right docked in front of you.
Right, hang on. Let's just see if we can find the tender. Right, let's just see.
You're really seeing that from a satellite, John?
Yep. I'm seeing his ship, and right off his front bow is a ship called the R.T. Peter. It's moored there, and it appears that it doesn't really go anywhere. It's 32 meters long, 12 meters wide, and it's right off his nose. It's right off the nose.
Huh.
It's 59 degrees where Martin is, 15 degrees Celsius. Wind is out of the west at 4.7 kilometers, 2.4 miles per second. Meters per second. I'm
UK
sorry,
resident
2.4.
says there's no tax. I'll throw that one in. This information's a couple weeks old, the alcohol issue.
Okay.
I thought maybe the tax was new, Hot Air says. NCL did not have their software set to tax yet.
Do you know what? I'd like to
Are you
be
still with
Jacob
us, Martin? Oh, there you are.
all day.
Yeah, you're all broken up again. You're tin sounding and broken up. And folks, if you're watching this, these things can happen when you're on cruise ships. I've had wonky signal all day today, so it's been crazy. I froze up on my show earlier. They could hear me, but couldn't. I was just frozen. Hot Air Tom sent a picture of the notice to my messenger. Okay, I'll go check. Yes, it did come in from Hot Air Tom.
And we lost him.
It won't lose. It won't load. Oh, there it comes. Yep, I see now. All right, we'll do some checking on that. Oh, we lost Martin altogether.
So here's where he is at the dock, and then here's the little ship, the RT Peter, also right in front of him there. Here, we can make it even bigger. And remember, this is the green piece here. That's half the length of the Norwegian Epic or any of the mega ships. So it's a nice little ship. It actually can hold at full capacity 264 people. So there's like 30 cabins that apparently have solos in them based on the information that he gave us of how many people are on board.
By the way, one thing I found interesting is we're trying to get Martin back on. Carnival Pride is in dry dock, and one of the major things they're doing is adding more accessible cabins.
Whoa! Thank you, thank you.
Now we got Martin back. Can you try talking again, Martin?
Hi, can you hear me?
Uh-oh. Yes, we can.
I
And
think it
now
might be a
we've got
satellite.
sun.
Right,
A
I'm
what?
trying. I've got this amazing thing that I want to show you, and I'm just trying to remember where it is because it's like it blew my mind. It really did. Like, because this is all about. This is not just cruising. This is expedition cruising. So it's totally different.
All right. I can't tell if John. Can you? Is he frozen?
Yeah, he's
completely?
gone. He's gone again. But here, let me show you. You said the Carnival Pride. Oh, there he's back.
Yeah, it's in dry dock
It's in
over
Cadiz.
there in
It's in Cadiz.
Spain.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Martin's back again. It looks like he's in a hallway now, but it keeps freezing up, Martin. Your picture is totally frozen. It looks kind of like you've got a horn growing out of your head.
This is that's the little isthmus there, and this is Cadiz right here. You can see, and the Carnival Pride is sitting with its nose out, And it's not, well, it
Yep.
may be a dry dock, but it's looks like it's just in a holding place there where they can work on it.
Well, that could be without water currently. It
Yep.
depends
And
on
it could be.
the
Yep.
situation. I do know that they're it's getting a paint job too. So I don't know if that's been done yet.
Yeah. Paint
So
and
they're getting the new blue bottom that Carnival is doing now.
cool.
Okay, there's Martin back. Can you talk, Martin?
I can
Or are
talk.
you
I was
still
just
frozen?
listening to what you guys were saying.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can sort of hear you.
That's horrible. Right. Okay. So, have you seen these here? I don't know if anybody's ever seen these before, but these are called ribs, and zodiac. Sorry. They're what? Right. When you get into the Antarctic, what they'll do is they'll dock, and they will then take you off on these boats and take you right inland, right into the wildlife and experience, but get you really immersed in the destination, which is totally different, than we've probably all been experiencing before. But what I am going to do, and I'm trying to get you to this place, and I can't remember, it must be on 7. And it's basically whatever the captain's looking at. And where he is, it's absolutely amazing. I've got one thing to say as well in a moment. Let's see.
Yeah, you're frozen up. That signal's just not steady at all, Martin. If you can hear me, we got no audio from you now, and the screen seems to be frozen on a couple doors. So,
And it's coming up on 1:15, so I have to back the old truck out of the garage and start heading to work.
Okay. Well, I think, John, from all of us, we're certainly going to be offering up a few prayers and thoughts in your direction over this next 30 days or so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Martin's gone again.
Well, as I've said, Chillie, literally all my life, and I still stick with it. God has always taken care of me. I have no doubt that he will continue to. And I use the he in the I was born in the 50s kind of a description. I think God is way bigger than a he or a she or anything like that. But I am confident. It's just that I got some bumps in the road, and I thank everybody for going on the journey with me. So we'll make some decisions in the next couple of weeks. I will look forward to hearing more from you on. Chillie has described this as the best cruise he's ever been on, and we got to sit back and just talk about that. I want to hear more about why is this cruise bigger, better, super duper, and I know you've just been having a great time out there. When I talk to him late at night, he gets about 3 sentences in, and you can just see him kind of drift off into Never Never Land because he's had a big day and had a great day. So I'm looking forward to that. I got to run to the store.
It's been 11 days of greatness.
Fantastic.
All right, go sell pot, John.
I got it. Well, we're opening the new store, and that's why we're putting all that in order.
Oh,
so.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You need another thing to worry about.
I do. Talk to you all later. Thank you all. There's Martin.
Okay. Love you, John. See you. That's Amigo Martin. That's Amigo John. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey,
Let's see if we can get Amigo Martin back. There we go.
Can you hear me, guys?
All right. So that whole last section was broken up and you were frozen totally.
Right. Well, I've actually come to what's called the Bow Lounge. Let me know you can hear me, Chillie. Chillie, give me a thumbs up. Perfect. So the Bow Lounge, okay. Now, if you see in the background there, they've got all the instruments that the captain looks at when he's navigating the ship, and that you can come down here and you can sit, you can have a drink, just there's some seats behind me, and just see what's going on. Now, that's not the best thing. There's 2 more things I'm going to bring to you that I think are absolutely amazing about this ship. Normally they've got like drinks and pastries you can have, and you're just sitting here. But let me just swivel my camera around because you want to see this, Chillie. This will blow your mind. Now, On any other ship, you know, you can never go to this place. On this ship, you can just go out and look at. You ready for this? Let me just watch the step. So you can go right out onto the bow of the ship, and actually look over the side. I mean, this is right the way out. You know, right in front of the ship. You're right at the bow.
I've never seen a ship that does that. That's pretty cool.
And this, can you imagine being in? Let's just do a swivel. Settings camera. So can you imagine being in Antarctica or the Arctic and having this sort of a view, and then actually just looking over and seeing the dolphins? You're seeing the ice being broken up and hearing it being broken up. It's just like, wow. It's just absolutely blows your mind. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it, but one of the main features of this ship is, let's just turn it around. Let's see if we can get it. Now, if you imagine you're sailing in Antarctica, you're sailing in the Arctic regions, and you see a polar bear with your binoculars, and it's like 2.5 miles away. Oh, look, there's a polar bear. Well, you just look up on the mast there, at the very, very top, they've got this $2 million camera that can see a polar bear or a penguin 2.5 to 3 miles away. Now, not only that, they will beam it into the lounges, they'll beam it into the cabins, and what they also do is they create a video for people at the end of the cruise. So what you actually saw when you're on the bow of the ship, you're going to be able to take their memories away with you. Chillie, it's blown my mind. It really has. It's like, wow. You know, I mean, like you've been on many ships. This is just like, OMG. It's just another world. It's another world.
Now, is this one of the, a cruise for travel agents to learn about them?
Yeah, it's literally what's happened is this ship has been in dry dock, and tomorrow it'll set sail from Greenwich in London, and it goes on a 23-day British Isles cruise, and then up to Iceland and Greenland and places like that. So it's just come in from dry dock a couple of days early. And Seabourn have invited 130 travel agents to come on board for the evening and have dinner and experience the ship. So it's a travel agent thing. And then, as I say, we're going 16 miles up the road or upriver, and then we'll get off in the morning. So, but another thing, just one thing, guys. Listen, there's a new ship coming up with MSC, isn't there? I don't know if you heard the MSC Euribia. Yep. Well, I think we may be doing a live from there, because guess who's been invited?
Very good. I'm looking forward to the Euribia.
It's the naming ceremony as well, so it should be a good evening. So we'll try and get as much either footage.
Well, they might also
have it does look amazing.
Good internet too. Yeah. All right, Martin, this is going to about end my signal here. So,
listen,
there goes Martin again.
It's been great catching up with you all.
Must be a dead spot there. All right, guys, I'm going to call an end to this show. All right, Martin, we'll see you next week, I hope, and I'll be back at home. All you guys out there in the audience, thanks for being with us. This is the Cruise Amigos calling an end to it this week. See you next Thursday. Bye, y'all.